Hi, everyone. As you can tell, I've been busy buying a new jacket and kissing my $100 Benjamins. Kind of like how Mr. Ravi is probably busy right now on a wild spending spree while he's making out with all the bennies he just stole from his students. This is a special request episode from Anonymous. And Anonymous would like everyone to know that Xavier has just unethically blindsided their students with a tuition increase. So let's take a look at this letter that the students received from Mr. Dan. And I want to point out the date, January 10th. This shows you how dirty this school is. Classes started a week prior. Students had paid a tuition fee that they thought had secured their rate. They did a white coat ceremony. And then people show up on Monday and find out that the school is increasing their tuition. This would have been useful to know before the semester began, so people can budget and make decisions about what they can afford. But instead, they use this unethical approach of trapping you. You'll see the whole list of fees that are increasing, which I think is just about everything. Look at that list. The tuition itself is going up about 10%, like $1,000 a semester. I also want to point out that the LOA monthly fee is increasing. I'm sorry this is a little blurry, but it looks to me like it's going up to $800. That is $800 a month that you pay for nothing. The school's not providing you with a Q bank. You are giving them $800 a month to study on your own. And they're increasing that from $600 to $800 now. The other thing that I think is so dirty on this, like, it's funny that a school can get away, like, it's comical, like, how can this even be real? Yet at the same time, it's really, really sad. So let's say you're having a financial hardship and this tuition increase is going to be really a burden for you. Well, last resort, you could always pay with a credit card, right? Which is really good to know that the credit card surcharge has gone up as well. Yeah, way to take care of your students, Xavier. Way to exploit as much money out of a person as you can. So let's take a look at the letter. It says, let's see, in order, I'm sorry for being so blurry. In order to continue to provide the highest level of medical education, hold on, continue to provide? Like, when did you even start providing medical education? Let's see, the Board of Trustees. Oh, the Board of Trustees, you know, the board that's led by the chairman who thinks it's okay to slap someone on the ass during a graduation ceremony as they walk across the stage. Yeah, that perverted guy, he's adopted a fee increase effective February 1st. Yeah, we're giving you 3 weeks notice, everybody. 3 weeks. And I'm sure they think that's generous. So if you take a look at the Xavier website, what they have is, shocker, the old fees, because you sure don't want prospective students to know what the actual cost of tuition will be. You know, everyone keep it a secret so new people can be blindsided as well. And you will notice that it looks like they last updated their fees, last month, December 2021. So why are we updating them again in January? Do you increase tuition every single month? Oh, wait, it looks like they do, because fees are subject to change. I would suggest an edit here to say fees are subject to change without notice and as high as we want them to go. Live with it. So You might be wondering, how are students reacting to this? Students are reacting in an awesome way. I'm proud of this group. So here are some student comments. Bro, this is ridiculous. Agreed. For real, like they're increasing their revenue with the new campus. There's no reason for them to increase tuition on top of that during a pandemic. Yeah, they are hitting you on both ends. They're increasing your tuition, and they're also mandating you to live in these $8,000 semester dorms. Like for $8,000 a semester in Aruba, you could get your own private apartment with your own bathroom, with a washer and dryer inside and a view of the ocean. Have they even started building the actual new campus, academic campus? No. Why would they build an academic building when they can teach you in a shopping mall? There's no additional revenue that comes from that academic building. So what's their motivation to do that? As they increase the prices, will they also increase our learning and comprehension? Jokes. Yeah, it is kind of funny, kind of like, you know, like something like this is so unbelievable. It's like almost comical, yet at the same time, it's really, really sad that students are treated in these conditions. And no, you're not going to get any increase in your learning or your comprehension. What you're going to get is Barry and Neelam's cardiovascular organ system. Yeah, they're not actually going to hire people who are qualified. Doubt it. And then in response to the comment above, emphasis on during a pandemic. Good point. You know, things are unpredictable and you probably want to have at least some emergency savings. You also don't know how much it's going to cost if you do get sick, which if you're attending a quote medical school that takes no pandemic precautions, guess what's likely to happen to you? I mean, even at the white coat ceremony on Friday, they all took pictures with their masks on. But at the very end of the video, listen to it. Someone says, now it's time for refreshments. Like all these people in an unventilated room without a mask eating. Like, I'm sorry, but the Xavier potato chips are just not worth dying for, but I guess they think they are. So the student who requested this episode, while I was talking to that person, I asked, you know, what did you think of the last episode about Barry's job being advertised? And this person has a really good theory. The person said, I think Barry is being promoted and all of this added tuition money is going toward Barry's raise. In the meantime, they put that ad up to hire an assistant to Barry. So think about that when you have to write your check, because you sure don't want to pay by credit card for the new credit card fee. When you write your check to Xavier, a portion of that is going towards supporting Barry's lifestyle and his raises and his promotions. I also want students to know that I think you are way more powerful than you may realize. And I hope that the outrage that we're seeing in those student comments really starts to turn into something that could be really positive. And I just want to say too, last summer, if some of you might not be aware, but they blindsided current students last summer by telling them you're going to be required to live in these $8,000 a semester dorms. And a lot of students had a lease that they would have to break. Or students had been living in Aruba on a housing budget that was much less than $25,000 a year. So there was some outrage about that. And when students rose up, they actually got some changes that were made. There were also some students who transferred out because of how outraged they were about that mandated dorm. And you all, this issue was in the summer. We're looking at 6 months ago. So is this going to be a pattern with this school of ripping you off every 6 months at a time? If they get away with it once, they will get away with it again and again and again. And so I just want to leave you with a quote from Maya Angelou. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.